Open houses, are they worth it? Ready, set, go. As always, I am Paul Trogdon with Sweet T Realty, powered by Coldwell Banker Seacoast Advantage, part of the Paul Alsop Real Estate Group. Now, if you're interested in the Southeast North Carolina, the Topsail, Wilmington areas, and the Brunswick beaches, well, why don't you take a second and subscribe and like my channel, because we do all that here, and we'll take good care of you. So today, we want to discuss the question, open houses, are they worth it? So let's get into that. All right. So the first question that we want to ask is, what is the goal of the open house? Now, for a lot of people, they might be like, honey, I am interested in possibly buying a house. So they're like, well, it's Saturday afternoon. Let's just see what's out there. And so they start driving around. Are they pre-qualified? No. Have they had a conversation from a standpoint of truly what they're doing? No. So is it worth talking to that person? Well, it is. It really is. But with that said, it depends on what your ultimate goal is. If your ultimate goal for the open house is to get as many eyes on it as possible, to have some extra advertising and everything, compared to is your goal on this side of getting an actual offer. As far as open houses go, it depends on which way you want to look at it, on whether or not it's worth it to you. So the second question that we want to ask is, how do I host an open house? So let's say that an open house is definitely what you want to do. Well, every agent has a different way of how they want to do open houses. Now, for our first open house, depending on marketing plan and approval that you decide to go with Sweet T Realty, we actually do a full-on party. We do a cookout. We have hamburgers, hot dogs. We have games, blow up, whatever. But extra marketing for the event. Your neighbors are invited to come out and take a look at it. Multiple agents come out to showcase your property. And again, like I said, the hamburgers and hot dogs grilling out, that is all what we do. In fact, below, I have my seller section of my guidebook that you can take a look and get a little bit more information about that. The third question is, what kind of prep work goes into an open house? Well, for the open house party, obviously I'm lining up food, I'm lining up games, I'm lining up other agents to come in. We're marketing for it, so we're putting stuff out there from a standpoint of postcards, letting your neighbors know, having all that information out there and available. And on your side, prepping the house. Now, once we get past the first all-out party, open houses you usually normally see Saturday and Sunday afternoons. And the prep will be from a standpoint of, if you've worked during the week or had things going on during the week, are you planning on spending Saturday morning, Sunday morning, a couple hours prepping the house for multiple people to come through? So on your side, prepping for an open house is a lot of cleaning. And on my side, it is preparing with postcards. It's preparing with the information going out. Like I said, with all the party stuff, that's a lot more information that goes out for that initial, but then it's prep on my side of getting things, lining up an agent, and having somebody there that is knowledgeable and ready to present your house in the best light. So you might ask, so if it's a 50-50, depending on what I think, why do agents like to do open houses? Well, first and foremost, it allows the listing agent to highlight your home in the best light. They're going to have the most information, or they're going to have an agent that they have qualified to get that information for you and to you to get that dispersed out. So that is one reason why an agent likes. And then the other reason why is because, like I said, you have that initial person that's like, hey, honey, let's go out and take a look. Well, they don't have an agent just yet. More than likely, they can pick up that clientele. So that's why agents like to have that. Now, during the week or weekend, after the fact, before the fact, 5 o'clock on a Wednesday afternoon, if a client already has an agent, they're already going to know about the house because that agent is sending them information. So that might be a reason why not to worry about an open house. But on the flip side, you're getting eyes on it. You've gotten extra, information going out on the internet. People are seeing that you are hosting an open house. So that is the other reason why. And again, that's why the agent likes to, come on out, because there's that possibility of picking up clientele. But as far as, myself doing an open house for you, it is to make sure that the best information is going out about your house with either myself hosting the open house or having a qualified agent that I've given all the information to. So open house, is it worth it? Again, I say it depends. Are we looking to get most eyes on it? Or are we trying to get an offer for the day? So the final question that we're going to ask is, if I don't do an open house, what should I do instead? Okay, so just to let you know, less than 10% actually find their home through an open house. Now, there's still that number. So I'm not saying don't do an open house, not at all. In fact, it's not a bad idea because there are multiple levels that we can see things going on. But what I am saying is, if you don't do an open house, make sure that you allow myself to do video, great pictures, prep everything so that whenever we come and do that we're showing your house in the best light. Make your house available anytime. If you say, hey, you can only show my house Saturday morning between 8 a.m. and 10 a.m., well, then we're not going to have as many people that's going to be able to take a look. So make sure the house is available. Also, the house, we want to have it on social media. We'll be putting it out there, Facebook, YouTube, and all that information. So at the end of the day, what we want is for your house to sell. We want to make sure that you have the best information. So we want you sitting on your front porch, sipping sweet tea. And so, to open house or not, to be or not to be? That is a question that whenever we sit down and have our listing consultation, we'll decide what's going to work best for you in that scenario. With that said, have a blessed day.